Hi, I'm Brooke. I'm a certified master health coach, and today I'm here to tell you about 6 natural ways to help with a cold. It's this time of year when cold and flu season's hitting, and people are getting sore throats and congestion and runny nose and a cough. And it's easy to want to jump into taking, medication, which is totally fine if that's what, if your doctor's okay with that and you want to go that route. But some people might want to look at more a natural approach to things. And so here's a few ideas or tips that I had researched. And if you have any suggestions or ideas that you had found that works for you, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'd love to hear about it. But here is 6 natural ways to help with cold or flu symptoms. Tip number 1 is hydration. Getting plenty of fluids is really important, not only to help with boosting your immunity to prevent you from getting cold or flu, but it also can kind of help with alleviating symptoms. It helps to flush out your sinuses and loosen things up, and so getting plenty of water is important for recovery and as well as prevention. So maybe you don't like just plain water, or you want a little variety, or maybe you find the added benefit of drinking a hot liquid. And so that actually is a really great option because drinking hot liquids not only helps you with your hydration, but it also kind of helps with a sore throat. And you can additionally add a little bit of honey into it, and it kind of helps coat your throat a little bit naturally. And so, you could drink some hot herbal teas or other kind of teas, and you could do maybe some coffee or even hot water with a little extra flavoring in it is a really good option. Steam is another really great way of helping alleviate your cold or flu symptoms. And I feel like I'll say this probably time and time again in this video, but having congestion issues can lead to a lot of other symptoms for your cold, whether that's a sore throat, runny nose, a cough. And so having your nasal passageway cleared out can really be beneficial. And taking a nice warm shower can really it helps you break things up, and it's relaxing. And another thing you can do is turn your shower all the way to hot instead of warm, and make sure you're out of it, and close your door, and you'll have an instant steam room. Now, if you have access to a steam room, that's even better. So being in a steam room or maybe a sauna can help with cold or flu symptoms. Now, a word of caution: if you have a medical condition or if you're pregnant, these are things that you need to address with your doctor first, because hot showers and steam may not be right for you, and it's usually not recommended or advised. But there are other options. So if you can't do the steam shower or steam room, or maybe you want something a little easier, a little simpler, there's also getting a hot bowl of water. Make sure that it's steaming, so you get the full effect of the steam. But make sure not to touch the hot boiling water so you don't scald yourself. So you'll get a bowl of hot water and then a rag or a towel to put over your head. And this is where you could also add other scents, and later I'll talk about essential oils. You can add that to it, but you can place your head over it where you're not touching the hot water. Put the towel over your head, and make sure to take deep breaths and inhale all that good steam. I don't know if you can hear me there or not, but you take deep breaths and inhale all that steam, and kind of help let it again help you with congestion, and help you with your cough and sore throat. Number 3 is gargling with salt water. That may not sound that attractive or appealing, but it's actually really good for prevention, to prevent bacteria from sticking to the back of your throat, as well as helping with sore throats. And all you have to do is heat up 8 ounces or a cup of water, and then you can add about 1/4 teaspoons of salt into the mixture, and you mix that in. And then, of course, you gargle with it for 10 minutes or 10 seconds or to 30 seconds. Gargle with that, and then of course spit it out. And you can do that a few times a day. I wouldn't overdo it, but you know, do it a few times a day as needed, and that can help with a sore throat or cold symptoms. So another tip, and one that many people claim helps a lot with their cold or flu symptoms, is using essential oils. And there's different types, different smells, and different methods that you can use to get the benefits out of using essential oils. One of the ones that particularly, you know, a lot of people use is lavender, and that helps with sleep. You can get some better rest. And then eucalyptus is another one for if you're really congested. And so that, you know, they claim that that helps a little bit if you utilize that. Some of the ways you can use it, you know, you want to be careful putting it on your skin if you've never done that before, which you can kind of rub a little bit on your wrist. Make sure you do like a skin test before so you don't break out. And then you can also, you know, add it to like the steam bowl, as I mentioned earlier. That is a good way to, you know, get the steam in. It's like a double benefit there. Or you could buy one of these diffusers, and so you would just add the water inside, put a few drops of the essential oil, and then leave it by your table or your bedside, and that can help you if you have a cold or flu, kind of get a little humidity and also some of those scents. The next tip is eating spicy food. And I feel like in some ways this is somewhat self-explanatory. We all know the effects that when we eat something really spicy, you know, maybe you're someone that's more tolerant to it, but some people, you know, depending on how spicy it is, you know, it can make your nose runny, make you tear up, whereas that's normally an annoyance, perhaps, and maybe some people an enjoyable annoyance. During a cold or flu, when you're all stuffy and congested, it can be a benefit, and it is a natural way of loosening things up, and I'm not going to say it's going to help with a sore throat, because that may not be true, but there's things like wasabi, sriracha, there's, you know, cayenne pepper, adding a little bit of that to your dish, or even red pepper flakes. And yes, these are all pretty spicy things, so if you don't enjoy spicy, I would probably recommend not doing that. Now, if you don't enjoy spicy, or even if you do, there's also garlic has been found to really help when you have a cold, and it can kind of help you with alleviating some of the symptoms. Now, I will caution that, you know, don't overdo it, and also just kind of listen to your stomach. You don't want to make yourself sick, so sometimes when you have cold or flu, you know, you can feel upset to your stomach, so I would advise taking a step back from spicy and maybe trying a different route. And now for the final tip, which is probably the biggest tip of them all. I think most people could agree that sleep and rest is very essential to our health and well-being. And not only can it help you recover from illness, but it can help you, you know, to stay well and boost your immune system. Like a lot of the tips that I mentioned, but rest is probably the top priority when you are not feeling good. So make sure, you know, you get your ideal amount of sleep. You can look it up on the National Sleep website, and I can post the link below. Make sure you get plenty of sleep and rest, and hopefully you'll recover soon. Good luck, and please, again, if you have any other suggestions or comments, leave it below.